go inward, where stillness reigns. When you realize the true self, you will understand that there is nothing but eternity and divine light. Mahavatar Babaji. The mystery of Twin Tongue and the ancient story. There is a legend that in the Himalayas, among the majestic peaks, lies a great secret, a secret of immortality, of ultimate awakening. It is said that Babaji, the legendary master, taught those who are predestined to open the sacred door in the mind, the door that is right in the middle of our brains, the pine tree. But why is the pineal gland so important? Why does every spiritual tradition, from the Vedas, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita to the teachings of sages like Babaji, Paramahansa Yogananda, mention it? Today, we're going to explore an ancient mystery, a path that rejuvenates, enlightens, and connects you to the universe instantly, according to Babaji's teachings. Twin Tongue, the third eye and the source of immortal life. The pineal gland is located right in the middle of the brain. Between the two hemispheres of the brain is a mysterious gem hidden deep in the brain. It has long been considered as the third eye of humans. It is referred to in the Vedas as the Ajna chakra, in the Bible as the one eye, Matthew 6 verse 22, in Greek philosophy as the sea of the soul, Descartes, in Taoism as the mythical grace, the door to the great way. Pine line, the door to cosmic wisdom. Babaji teaches that the pine gland is the bridge between the finite and the infinite, between man and God. Whoever opens it, he is no longer bound in the cycle of illusion. Enlightened beings realize that when the pineal gland is activated, it not only opens the door of intuition, but also seeing the invisible reality. You no longer just see the world with physical eyes, but see the true nature of everything. As Lao Tzu said, those who see what can be seen are only mortals. He who sees what cannot be seen is the enlightened one. Rejuvenating the body and longevity. In Taoism, the pineal gland is associated with the essence, Jing, Qi, and spirit, Shen, which helps to prolong life. Melatonin secreted by the pineal gland not only regulates sleep, but also has the ability to slow down the aging process. Expanding consciousness, connecting to the universe. When the pineal gland vibrates at high frequencies, humans can connect to the wider layer of consciousness of the universe. As the Upanishads wrote, when the eyes of wisdom are opened, the universe and the soul become one. Scientific and spiritual secrets of Twin Tongue. The pineal gland has microscopic crystals inside, like quartz crystals. When activated properly, it emits biophotons, creating transcendent experiences such as near-death experience, NDE, astral projection, the sixth sense and telepathy, awareness of past lives and Akashic records. But there's a problem. The pineal gland of modern humans is being calcified by fluoride, heavy metals, and negative energy. Babaji warns, the world has let the eyes of its soul sink into darkness. They look for the light on the outside and forget that it is inside them. Why is the human pineal gland closing? Babaji says, humans used to have eyes as wide as the gods, but over time, they have obscured themselves with a mist of ignorance. The pineal gland is disabled by many factors. Physical toxins, fluoride in drinking water, heavy metals, processed foods containing chemicals that destroy the pineal gland. Low frequencies of modern life, anxiety, stress, negative thoughts reduce the vibration of the pineal gland. Disconnection from nature, artificial light, lack of sunlight, and fresh food cause the pineal gland to degenerate. In the book of scripture, there is a sentence, "When the mind is dark, all things will fade. When the mind is bright, all things will be revealed." The question arises, how to release the pineal gland? The method of opening the pineal gland according to Babaji. Babaji not only talks about the pine line, but also gives humanity practical methods to unlock it, methods that combine the quintessence of sages from east to west. How to activate the pineal gland according to Babaji wisdom. 1. Purify and detoxify the pineal gland. Avoid fluoride, tap water, industrial toothpaste. Detoxification with natural foods, vegetable juice, lemon, turmeric, spirulina, coconut oil. Use sunlight 10 minutes every morning to absorb photonic energy. 2. Activated by sound and vibration frequency. OM chanting, AUM, this frequency acts directly on the pineal gland. Listening frequencies of 936 Hz and 852 Hz, this is the frequency at which the third eye is awakened. 3. Practice Babaji breath activation pineal gland. Step 1. Sit up straight, close your eyes, and focus on the middle of your forehead. Step 2. Inhale deeply through your nose for 6 seconds, hold your breath for 6 seconds, exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Step 3. When inhaling, imagine the violet blue light spreading into the pineal gland. When you exhale, that light spreads throughout your body. Step 4. Focus on feeling the vibration in the middle of the forehead. If you feel a slight vibration or pressure, it's a sign that the pineal gland is activating. 4. Practice the Eye of the Universe meditation. Babaji taught, when the pineal gland opens, you will see the universe through the eyes of God. Step 1. Imagine a small flame in the middle of your forehead, bright blue-purple light. Step 2. Inhale and visualize the flame growing and expanding into the universe. Step 3. As you exhale, feel the unity with the boundless energy. Step 4. Listen. When the pineal gland is active, you can receive messages from higher intelligence. 5. Diet activates the pineal gland. Eat foods rich in melatonin and serotonin, bananas, grapes, pineapples. Supplement foods rich in trace energy, spirulina, alkaline ionized water, raw cocoa. In ancient Tibetan texts, monks use sound to create profound transformations in the pineal glands. In Taoism, mountain hermits have absorbed the essence of the sun to prolong their lifespan. In Egyptian mythology, the pharaohs believed that the pineal gland could help them communicate with the gods. All of these methods are aimed at helping people unlock the highest potential of the pineal gland, connect with cosmic intelligence. Babaji said, when you reach the highest frequency, you no longer think with your mind. I think with the light, with the energy of the universe. The spell activates the pineal gland, sound waves that connect to the universe. Sound has the power to change brain structure and activate the pineal gland. Babaji teaches that mantras, Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om, will help clean the pineal gland and connect to higher frequencies. How to practice this mantra? Sit still and relax. Inhale, chant Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om. Repeat 108 times, feel the pineal gland vibrate. After 21 days of practice, you will see a marked change in consciousness. Sunlight, the source of life that activates the pineal gland. In Taoism, there is a practice called sun gazing. When the eyes absorb sunlight for 10 to 15 minutes each morning, the pineal gland is stimulated to produce serotonin, a substance associated with wisdom and happiness. Babaji taught, let your eyes touch the sun, and the sun will open the door of your mind. The levels that activate the pine line. Activation of the pineal gland is not an instantaneous event, but an evolutionary process of the mind. Level 1, strong intuition. You begin to sense the invisible. Intuition becomes more accurate. Level 2, seeing energy. You may see aura, light, or images that appear in your mind even when your eyes are closed. Level 3, understanding the truth of the universe. You recognize the true nature of all things, understand the hidden laws of cause and effect and karma. Level 4, consciousness travel. You can manifest your soul, move through other dimensions with your consciousness. Level 5, complete concentration. You reach samadhi status, integrated with the Greater One, no longer bound by space and time. Babaji emphasized, those who persevere in training will reach the final point where the ego dissolves, leaving only the union with the universe. Babaji calls this spiritual alchemy, a process of transformation from a mortal person to an entity of light. The yogis of the Himalayas used this alchemy to attain immortality. Egyptian magicians used it to transform their energy into entities that could travel through space. Taoists have reached the realm of diamond body thanks to this method. Signs that your pineal gland is activating. If you're practicing the above methods, you'll probably start to notice some of the following signs. A feeling of vibration or pressure in the middle of the forehead. Seeing light or images even with your eyes closed. Receive strong intuition, knowing in advance what is about to happen. The perception of the world is changing, seeing things become clearer, recognizing the hidden laws of the universe. Having transcendent experiences or dreaming that you are traveling through other worlds. Babaji says, if you start to see these signs, know that you are awake. But don't stop, keep digging deep, because the pineal gland still has more mysteries. When the pineal gland opens, what happens? Powerful intuition enhancement. Seeing images, colors, and memories of past lives while meditating. Connect with guiding spirits and receive messages from the universe. Be clearly aware that you are a light entity, not just a human being. Babaji says, awakening is not a temporary experience. When the eyes of the soul open, you will never be the same again. Portal secrets teleport between dimensions. When the pineal gland opens completely, humans are no longer limited in space and time. This is not only a hormone control center, but also a gateway between the spatial dimensions of consciousness. Babaji revealed, whoever really opens the pine line, that person is no longer an ordinary individual. They enter a state of identity with the universe, can move through the layers of space, overcome the barriers of matter. Ancient masters used the pineal gland as a tool to penetrate parallel realities. That's why sages can appear and disappear right in front of others' eyes. Saints can foresee the future, seeing events thousands of light years away. Yogis like Babaji can survive for hundreds of years without being affected by time. In the Indian scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita talks about the ability to siddhi, that is, the transcendent power when the pineal gland is fully activated. In the Egyptian scriptures, the god Horus with his cosmic eye can see through all the mysteries of the world. In Taoist texts, the heavenly eye is a symbol of a person who has reached spiritual peak. Activate the pineal gland to get rid of samsara. Babaji emphasized, people reincarnate from one life to another because they do not see their true nature. The pineal gland is the key to helping them see the truth and be free from the spiral of life and death. When the pineal gland is closed, you will seeing only the material world, believing that death is the end, being bound by the laws of cause and effect without understanding how to escape, not being aware of the existence of one's soul through many lifetimes. When the pineal gland opens, you will realize that life is infinite, that there is neither birth nor death. Ability to recall past lives, see the link between lives. Connect with cosmic wisdom and receive direct guidance from spiritual masters. In the Upanishads, there is a sentence: whoever sees his own light, he will never get lost in the night of ignorance. In the Buddhist Sutra, the Buddha taught, when the eyes of wisdom are opened, this world is no longer the only reality. Babaji teaches that the opening of the pineal gland is the inevitable path to reach nirvana, liberation from the cycle of birth and death. The mystery of the light of the pine tree, the road to great enlightenment. Babaji teaches that the pine tree is not only a door, but also a torch to light the way. When its light is lit, man will see reality as it is, free from all illusions. Scientists have found that the pineal gland has a crystal-like structure, which can glow when receiving high frequencies. This coincides with what the sages said thousands of years ago. The Bhagavad Gita refers to the inner light as an endless source of wisdom. In Buddhism, the Buddha describes the state of enlightenment as a bright light that flares up in the mind. So what is pineal gland light really? It is the purest energy of the mind. It is the lifeblood of the soul, connecting people to cosmic wisdom. It is a tool that helps people enter higher realms, transcending all material limitations. Babaji said, look inside. If you can see that light, you will never get lost. When the pineal gland is fully activated, who will you become? When the pineal gland is fully open, you are no longer a normal person. You become a torch of wisdom, a messenger of light, an embodiment of the universe on earth. You can see the true nature of things. You can travel through dimensions without a physical body. You will no longer be bound by the spiral of samsara because you have understood all its laws. You can bring light and wisdom to humanity, to be a mentor to others. Babaji calls this the stage of becoming a living light. In the Indian scriptures, this is the state of a Jivan Mukta, a liberator as soon as he is alive. In Zen Buddhism, this is attaining Buddhahood, realizing one's true nature. Babaji said, ask yourself, do I want to be enlightened? Or do I still want to live like a sleeper? When Tun takes you to space-time, Babaji smiled and said, when your pineal gland is fully open, you are no longer limited to the physical world. you will enter what the enlightened ones call spacelessness, where all the universe is revealed as one. What does this mean? When people reach the highest activation of the pineal gland, their consciousness is no longer limited to the three-dimensional dimension of matter. They can see the entire past, present, and future at once. Be aware of the multitude of parallel universes that exist simultaneously. Communicate directly with the higher schools of consciousness, including the wisdom of the enlightened sages. Buddhism calls this the state of absolute nirvana, where the mind merges with true nirvana. In mystical Christianity, this is the eternal light of God, where the soul returns to its divine origin. Babaji said, when you get to this point, you will understand that the reality you once believed was real, just a dream. And I'll wake up. Facing the final illusion, wisdom or ignorance. Although the pineal gland is a gateway to infinite wisdom, it is also a final test. Babaji warns. There are people who, when they see the world beyond the material, fall into deeper delusions. They are immersed in mystical experiences and forget the real goal, which is to escape from it all. Are you seeking spiritual strength out of pride? Are you looking for mystical experiences but don't have the wisdom to lead? Are you using the pineal gland as a tool to control reality rather than conforming to it? This is the most dangerous trap. Many people who awaken the pineal gland have used it to manipulate energy rather than following the path of true enlightenment. Babaji reminds, wisdom is really not power. True wisdom is letting go of everything that is not oneself. Only by overcoming this challenge can humans enter the highest realm of existence, where the pineal gland is no longer an instrument, but becomes the door to union with the whole. The last secret, when you don't need pineal glands anymore. Babaji reveals what very few people know. Truly enlightened people no longer need the pineal gland, for they have become fully integrated with the infinite light. The pineal gland is just a means. Once you have overcome it, you no longer need it. When you become light, you no longer need a lamp. When you become the universe, you no longer need a door to enter. In Zen, this is the state of selflessness, when you no longer distinguish between me and the universe. In mystical Christianity, this is becoming one with God, when the soul dissolves into divine light. Babaji smiled and said, if you understand this, you don't need to read any more words. Walk and let the light guide you. Final thoughts. When you're ready, the door will open. The pineal gland is not just a small organ in the brain, but the door to your true self. It is the third eye, the bridge between the finite man and the infinite wisdom of the universe. But remember, opening the pineal gland is not the destination. It's just the first step for you to see the illusion, break the limits, and finally, let go of everything to become one with the whole. When you're no longer looking for anything, you'll find that you're everything. Babaji. Now, the only question left is, are you ready to walk through this door? Namaste.